Welcome to The Explainer, where we break down the big ideas that are really shaping our world. And today, we're talking about something huge, the world of work. It is in the middle of a massive, massive reshuffle, and we're going to give you the guide to navigating it. So let's start with the big one, the question that's probably on your mind. Will your job even exist in a few years? To get to the bottom of it, we're diving straight into the World Economic Forum's latest Future of Jobs report. It is, hands down, one of the best looks we have at where things are headed. Okay, so the report projects that by 2030, a staggering 92 million existing jobs might just be phased out. Yeah, that's because of automation and all these other massive global shifts. Now, that is a huge number, and it's the one that always grabs the headlines. But hang on, because that is absolutely not the whole story. The very same report estimates that about 70 million new roles are expected to pop up in that exact same time frame. And this is the part of the story that so often gets lost in the noise. So you do the math, right? We lose 92 million, we gain 170 million. That's a net gain of 78 million jobs. So this isn't some kind of job apocalypse. No, it's a fundamental reshuffling, a great reshuffling of how we work and what we actually work on. So what in the world is driving this incredible transformation? Well, it's not just one thing. It's really a perfect storm of powerful global forces all hitting at once. And here they are. The data points to these 5 huge interconnected forces. You've got technology, especially digital transformation, leading the charge. Then there's economic uncertainty, the push for green energy, major demographic shifts, and even global politics. Each one of these is a powerful current changing the entire landscape of work. Now, let's zoom in on the biggest driver on that list, the one that's on everyone's mind, artificial intelligence. Because this is where the story gets really, really interesting. You know, the common fear, the one you see in the movies, is that AI will just replace us all. But the data shows a much more collaborative, more nuanced future. The real story isn't about replacement, it's about augmentation. It's about using AI to make us better, faster, and smarter. And just look at this projection for 2030. The workplace is expected to be an almost perfectly even split. About a third of tasks will be done only by us, humans, a third only by machines, and a really critical third right there in the middle. That's human-machine collaboration. I absolutely love this way of framing AI. It's not some perfect, all-knowing robot here to take over. It's much more like a super powerful, super fast intern who's maybe a little drunk. It's incredibly helpful, but it still needs our guidance, our context, and, yeah, our corrections. Exactly. Think about it like this. AI can churn through thousands of scans or data points in seconds, doing the repetitive stuff. That frees up the human expert, the radiologist, to focus on what they do best, the complex diagnosis, the strategy, the patient care, the human stuff. So, okay, this new partnership between humans and machines, it totally changes the game, and it fundamentally changes which skills are going to be the most valuable in the coming years. On average, it's estimated that almost 40%, 39% to be exact, of a worker's core skills will need a major update in just the next 5 years. Just think about that. That's a massive amount of change in a very, very short amount of time. So what does this actually mean for you? It means the skills that are going to make you future-proof are a blend. It's part technical literacy, like knowing your way around AI and big data, and part uniquely human abilities, like being able to think critically and adapt on the fly. And you can see it right here in the data. As technology starts to handle more of the routine, repetitive tasks, our human skills, they don't just stay relevant. Oh no. They become absolutely critical. Things like critical thinking, leadership, adaptability, their value is skyrocketing. Okay, so you've got the skills down, but where are the opportunities? Where are these new jobs actually going to be? Let's take a look at the market itself. The trend here is just crystal clear. On one side, you have the fastest growing jobs, and they are all tied to technology, AI, and that green transition we talked about. On the other side, the fastest declining jobs are the ones that are frankly pretty easy to automate. Think data entry, administrative work. And this is so important. It's not just about high-tech jobs. The biggest increase in the sheer number of jobs is happening in human-centric, hands-on sectors that you just can't automate easily. We're talking about construction, logistics, and the care economy. Now, this creates a really fascinating global mismatch.
You've got jobs over here in developed nations, in construction, in elder care, with aging populations and not enough workers. And then you've got a massive, young, energetic workforce over there in developing nations, but maybe not enough local jobs. It's a huge challenge, but also a huge opportunity for the global economy.
So all of this brings us to the most important question, right? The big one. How do we get ready for this new world? How do we prepare, not just as individuals, but as a whole society? Well, the report couldn't be clearer on this. Nearly 60% of the entire global workforce is going to need some significant reskilling by 2030. That's more than half of us needing to learn new things to keep up. And the good news is, companies get it. They're responding. You see an overwhelming majority are already prioritizing training, they're actively hiring for these new skills, and they're putting programs in place to help workers move into brand new roles. So at the end of the day, the future of work isn't just something that's happening to us. It's something we can all actively shape. It's about continuous learning, about being adaptable, and about leaning into those amazing skills that make us uniquely human. That is how we'll all navigate this great reshuffle and really thrive in the new world of work.